this year, our group, we represent an organization called Community Pebble Soup. How many of you know the story of stone soup? All right. Community Pebble Soup does little events like this where we reach out to different communities. Last year, we did some work in the Faizabad area, and this year, we were welcomed to Las Lomas area. So with the help of Miss Paul and one of your teachers, Melissa, right, we were invited to come and share a little something with you all. We have different people who help us do all of this stuff, and a few of them live overseas. So you will see some photographs being taken, but it's not going to go in the newspapers and that kind of stuff. We respect everyone's privacy, but we will share one-on-one with our friends who are helping us, but they live abroad, right? So I promise you that these photographs will be with single individuals. It's not going to be on Facebook and all this kind of stuff, and definitely not in the newspapers or anything. There's no media coverage here. This is just us as a group doing things, okay? So in our team, this is my wife, Helen. Well, Christabel. We have Andrea. Her husband is Fabian. We have Mr. Matthews, who is a new member to the group and getting anxious about it. And tucked away in a corner over there, we have Marianne with one of the cameras. And our, an extension of our family, Lisa, Jada, and Joanna. I am David, okay? So on behalf of the team, we thank you all for coming. We thank you all for welcoming us. And we, in turn, would like to share a few things with you all, and hopefully to bring a little extra smile, especially at this time, Christmas time. Alrighty? So that being said, what we will do is we created some packages of different foodstuffs. It's the basic food items, right? I have a few little treats for the kids, right? And we have some Christmas gifts for the children. At the end of it all, we'll do the food bags first, and then we'll distribute the gifts. At the end of it, I would love it if you all can stay back, please. And we want to put all the kids together with their gifts and get one nice big group photograph with all the children with their gifts. Alrighty? This is number one. Is that Mrs. Martinez here? Let her hold that for one. Can you lift it? Okay. And this one will be for you all. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Right? So if you want to maybe rest it down right there until it's time. Someone is coming to help you? Okay. And this is going to be a little extra muscles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And your special soap.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We give him that one. See if you can lift that. You can lift that up? You got it? All right, sir. Joe, you have a soap for them? And this one, let's see if mommy can handle this one. Yes?
Sister.
You sure? Sister. Oh, sister. Oh, my apologies. Sorry. You can handle it?
Yeah.
All right. And give it to Muscle Boy. Look at Okay, thanks very much. I don't think the Muscle Boys will be able to. So there's another bag. So if you find a spot to put your bags down, because we have another bag in the corner there. You want to put it next to this family?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And okay. All right, kids. And you're going to carry that one, right? Yes? Okay. Hi, Grandma. And why did they call you Grandma?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Mother, grandmother, what kind of mother I am right now?
Mom, Grandma, everybody, all rolled into one person. Okay, well, your bags, do you have anybody with you?
Man, she come here. She
They didn't come as yet. Okay, so we're going to have to give you a hand. Which ones? These two?
These two, yeah. No, and that one.
Oh, okay. Family. So, on behalf of, right? You. And we have one more to get for her. Okay, this is the light one, Grandma, so you can handle this one. All right? Thanks very much. Wait, okay, let's see. Muscles. Number one muscle. And we have this one? This one is... No, I don't think so. Huh? Okay. So, we'll give this one to this big boy. Joe, you give... And you will get a bag. And Mr. Tigre. Thanks. Okay. Okay. Careful. All right. Thank you. And little Missy, you have a free hand? All right. Thank you. You okay? Yeah. Good. And this one you can handle. Thanks. You're welcome. Huh? All right. And thanks, sir. You can leave it there, sir, and pick it up later.
You're now changing your question.
What I would say, Steve, is this.
My first question was, and roll back that tape.
I made my debut for Crystal Palace against Tottenham Hotspur.
My responsibility was to get the ball and make things happen offensively.
In all the time we've played together, I've always been the decoy. Welcome to Field of Dreams on ACTN. My name is Steve David, and I'm your host.
I found out that if our phones are close enough, and if we have a connection on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, come on, I'm about to preach this technology until somebody comes out of hiding. If I got something on my device and you need it on your device, if I can get close enough to your device with my device, what's on my device can jump on your device. If I get close to the one who created me, close to the one who called me, if I stop running and return to the place of my assignment, I got the drop.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACT, and it's always a pleasure to be in your company every Tuesday evening between the hours of 8 and 9. Okay, I have with me Mr. David Young, the head person who runs the Community Pebble organization. We spoke last year when we were at Faisabad. Now you have chosen Las Lomas to continue bringing that cheer and that joy into the hearts of those unfortunate. Tell me a bit from last year. What has been happening with the organization?
Well, we've been reaching out to some more communities. The fundraisers will take place continuously during the course of the year. There was one particular family that lost their home in a fire, for example. So we were able to raise funds to help them, to get them cleaned up, and to set them up. They have to rebuild. There was another family with some illness, and we were able to help them as well. Then the Christmas project, which is a challenge in and of itself, and we were able to get Las Lomas today. The group today was a little larger than the Faisabad group, but with the support we received, it was a grand success in my opinion.
You know, with the state of the country presently financially, was it a challenge this year to get, because you said this was a larger group, and I can see the bags and all were even larger. Was it a challenge to get people to assist? I know you said from people from abroad, but what about locally?
Yes, it was a challenge, but folks who donated to us last year were willing to do it again this year, and we had a couple new people joining in and helping. So when many hands come together, it makes the weight a little lesser, and so we were able to accomplish this year's event.
I'm sure that you're not going to wait until next year to start a plan where you all are going to. Any areas that you all have in mind where there's a challenge that you want to go?
No, we haven't identified a specific area as yet. When we sit with the community people we work with, the social workers, and then we get a feel for it based on the areas we've already covered. We will make a decision. Okay, this year, as a team, we will decide, let's tackle area X, and then we start moving forward from there.
If during the course of the year there are people who want to contribute or assist you all, how can they get in touch with you all?
By contacting us directly, the 4 directors, in one of the publications you did, we had a contact email address and telephone numbers. That remains the same. Okay, people can reach out to us and it will be graciously accepted.
Okay, well, let me say a special thank you to you and your committee, because I think what I saw here today is really touching. It's more organizations should go to different communities, because there are different areas of hardship, if you want to call it hardship, and I am very, very proud of what you all are doing. I saw it in Faisabad last year for the first year. I'm seeing it here again, and I truly, really appreciate what you all are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the team, thank you very, very much. Okay, we are at the Las Lomas Catholic School in Las Lomas, and I have with me the social worker for this area, Pebble, Paul, and she's going to tell us a bit about Las Lomas. For those of you who don't know Las Lomas, a lot of us, you hear the name Las Lomas and we feel as some part of the country. Welcome to ACTN.
Right? Tell me a bit about your community first of all.
Okay, so Las Lomas community is generally rural community. The major source of income is agriculture. Most of the people work within the village itself. There's high levels of poverty, low literacy rate among the parents, a lot of teenage pregnancy, and a lot of violence, domestic violence, substance abuse, different things like that. The community itself is very much family oriented, as a lot of them are related to each other. Quiet, very quiet. There isn't much going on in the area, but there has been development now in terms of infrastructure, housing, and now some businesses going up. But the original Las Lomas was very much agriculture, and most of the persons that are building and are living here don't really invest in the community.
So I guess as a social worker, your job is very difficult.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What would you like the wider community of Trinidad and Tobago to know? And when I say to know, it's in what areas do you feel that as a social worker, Las Lomas is really in need of right now?
I believe that the area, first, a lot of parenting education, because we have parents who are, it's not that they're unable to parent, but they don't have the skills necessary. And then we have a lot of poverty-stricken families, so they continue a cycle. So these families we have large families and stuff. Yeah.
Now, the Community Pebble Soup organization, they're here this morning to bring some sort of cheer to the community by way of hampers and toys for the kids. You were involved in that. How did you all go about selecting the parents? Because I'm sure that it's a huge community and we only have a few here. How did you look for the ones who are desperately in need?
Well, with most of the families, I look at the ones that are in need at the moment, and then there are a few that had special circumstances. So I used the school and the teachers in order to get an idea of which children they feel that are most in need, because I would have certain children that I deal with, but the school also knows of other children. So, and we had some unfortunate situation where we had a suicide of a parent recently, and we had some persons that went into like poverty, so the breadwinners and stuff lost their job and different things like that. So that's how it was dealt with.
But I'm sure that in spite of all that you're telling me here, there must be some positives coming out of the community. What are the positives? What would you like to share with Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, Las Lomas is known for its netball, and we also have one of the national footballers coming from the community as well. What's her name? I forget her name. I know it's Russell.
Okay.
On the female.
Ayana Russell.
Russell. Yeah, she comes from Las Lomas. And their netball, both in all the communities, are really good. And Ayana's mom is the coach for most of the netball within the community. But sport is a big deal to most of the persons within this community.
Well, let me say it was a pleasure talking to you, and all the best to you and your community.
Same to you. It was nice speaking to you.